we are doing
Good, you're doing well.
community. Yeah, we are doing community. So AgriBioDiff is we are trying to collect the data of the agrobiodiversity. So and we provide also food bank community and try we in online activity we are doing agriculture clinic for farmers. Next, sorry.
So I think the slides move like every 30 seconds automatically. So there's
Okay.
no next, but feel free to complete your presentation even with this.
Yeah, before the previous slide is going too fast. So basically, we are 75% is try to so we are moving to this slide. So impact metric that we have already done. So we have reduced it until 5.3 tons food waste. So we basically try to convert the food waste to metrics, and we think that collaboration and media have the crucial roles for our social enterprise. So this is the media collaborator and the media that have already reported our social enterprise. Thank you.
Great, well done, Vishnu. Let's give him an applause. It is actually quite challenging when you do your first Picha Kucha, because the 30 seconds just go like that. And very well done, very well done. So let's see who slides up next. Master of time, who do we have?
So next we have Belinda, right, from Indonesia, right?
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I think I will introduce myself first before I introduce my initiative. So I'm born in Batam, one of secluded area in Indonesia. But born in here, I see that as a youth, I have a big opportunity to make an impact, especially for the youth problems. And after I attended my university in University of Indonesia, I'm majoring in economics, and I see a lot of problems, especially in agricultural era in Indonesia. So basically, before I start my initiative in agriculture call posting Indonesia, I travel a lot. I see many perspectives that I can solve with my passion. And after I going around and exploring my passion and etc., I made Posting Indonesia. Posting Indonesia is one of like educational platform for farmers, not only for farmers but also the community for their family to really have independent and sustained farmers life, not only from the funding, from the material, but also they can connect with the government. So basically our general activity is to give an educational campaign, educational economic things like how important is insurance farming, how important is like the way the farmers community can collaborate with another farmers community around Indonesia to make a more economic inclusive in Indonesia. So after this Posting Indonesia activity, I see that being a youth and also the undergraduate students who have a lot of opportunity, it's not enough to just like satisfying ourselves, but also making an impact to the surrounded environment, especially to the surrounded farmers in Indonesia, because we know that Indonesia is have a very high potential of agricultural income, which is 30% of the gross domestic products, and those 30% is actually not the real potential, because the real potential is like 50%, but it's only accelerated until 30%. So I think it's very important to initiate an initiative to make an impact to our surrounded community, and especially I can tackling with my passion to tackling the problem in farming sector in Indonesia, especially in educate them how the importance of agricultural sector in Indonesia, especially in the insurance farming issues, to provide them the more digitalized one, the more inclusive one. Thank you so
Ding,
much.
ding, ding. Oh, we have a queen of elevator speeches in our group. That was amazing. Like, I'm
Wow,
really
it's
curious. You
very,
took breath when you were giving that entire speech, but good job. What do you say,
very
Corinne?
impressive.
Impressive. Right. So,
Okay, next we have I Nidoman Muskoni from Indonesia, right?
Hello, everybody. I'm Yon Musconi from Bali, and this is my farm. We are basically a farmer here in Ubud, 30 minutes from Ubud, our farm. And what we're doing is we make a sustainable permaculture farm in Taro, and we are using the traditional subak system. That is a farmer organization in every village in Bali, and we're using the potential to performing back to sustainable farming, because Indonesia, we have a grain movement that changed the landscape of farm architecture, and we using the product by sending them in the farmer market to get more better opportunity to spreading to the tourism industry in Bali. And Bali is really basically only coming from tourism industry, and that's just the best opportunity to send the agricultural product. And based on the and that, we also have a beautiful farm, and we get more attention from the tourism industry to visit our farm and to learn more about the and make so many local people are so interested in what we do, because we also possible to keep the land of Balinese land, not only transform to a only tourism industry, but also a functional agriculture, but still can invite tourism. And we also coaching or helping, you know, other community and other village all around Bali to keeping the spirit of we can. Oh, time's up.
Time's up, but you'll definitely have the opportunity to share more. That I assure you.
Thank you.
Nice farm, and looking forward to hearing more about it. Moving on to Philippines, Christian Mark Romay, you're up next. Is there a master chef in the house here? Christian Mark, are you with us?
So I don't think he's here, so I just skip him.
All right, so we don't have Christian with us. Moving on to Vietnam, and I shall let my fellow coach do the introduction so I get the name right.
So the next one is Mr. Hoàng Nguyên, Miss Hoàng Nguyên, right? So I'm Vietnamese, so I know how to pronounce.
Hello everyone, my name is A. Ngọc Hoàng. I'm 21 years old. I'm the last year student in Foreign Trade University in Vietnam, and my ambition is to develop a social entrepreneur in the future in the food way and environmental friendly packaging. I have more than 2 years work in ASICS, which is one of the greatest student organization in the world. My mission is to develop the leadership for more than 1,000 students in the high schools. Yes, and last year I am the medalist of the Pink Hat Day 2019 is the event of the breast cancer in Vietnam, and my work is to raise awareness for the women about the breast cancer and have the pattern to overcome their painful and to become more positive in their life. I used to moderator in the project Clean Out Place in Malaysia to reduce the food waste in Malaysia and to raise awareness for the high school students to develop their own project to reduce the food waste in their own country too. I'm luckily to have a trip to India this year to learn about the sustainable development in education, and I learned about how to build a model for the social entrepreneurship sustainability, and yes, it's very useful to me.
That was excellent. Traveling in a COVID year. I think you're one of the few lucky ones to be able to go to India this year. So moving on to the next Vietnamese participant, Kin Nguyen Luong.
Hi,
Are you ready? All right.
Yeah. Hi, coaches and buddies. I'm Jin. I'm 26 years old. I'm really happy to see you here. Well, you can see that how much I love Instagram and use hashtags because with them, I think we can easily find a community to can share our hobbies, interests, and even our dreams with no boundary. So please catch up my Instagram. I think the first start of my venture is started with exchange program in my student life, from culture exchange in Thailand, science exchange in Japan, and some international volunteer activities really helped me to develop my worldview, my skills, and even my networking that are valuable to me. After graduation, I had 1 year to work as lecturer and trainer at my university and Vohun organization. It's Vietnam One Health University Network. I really appreciate that opportunity that I can engage myself in the circle of specialists in many fields of health, immunology. But then I found that the community-based intervention captivated me better. So I decided to work for the local NGO. And now my goal is to promote the local engagement and strengthen their resilience to reduce climate change and protect environment. And I have to say that I believe social enterprise is a vital solution to achieve the 17 SDGs that we are talking about right now. And personally, I'm really interested in business model of and related to agriculture products like mushroom production. So thanks for listening.
All right.
Okay.
Have a farmer, mushroom farmer with us. Yes, Priyan, what were you saying?
Yes.
Okay, next we have another Vietnamese, right? Miss Thi Xuân Diêu Phan. Are you ready?
Yes, ready.
Okay.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Diệu from Vietnam. I graduated Master of Degree in the University of Queensland in 2013. Currently, I'm a full-time researcher. Since 2018, I focus on agricultural topics. Now I'm working for the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, and I also cooperate with several other research institutes. This pictures me as a final year student in 2011. I worked for a project of Hanover University from Germany as an enumerator, and thanks to this project, I found that I love doing research, especially topics related to farming. And this is my family, the three most important people in my life. My mom, who inspired me a lot in the motherhood journey, my husband, who supports me a lot in all fields, and my son. Since having him in my life, I'm become more responsible and might become more patient. Yeah, just like my life become more meaningful. And 12 months ago, I had an opportunity to join the Vietnam Summer School of Science. Then that study tour, in that study tour, I met a young and potential researcher in Vietnam. I've been inspired a lot in my future career. And beside that, I think that beside open my learning by doing, I found that networking is really important. And I have 5 years online Shopee account where I sell agricultural products. This kind of business helped me to understand the consumer. And in my free time, I also facilitate meditation and Nidra yoga for the community on free. Yeah, that's all about myself. Thank you.
Wow, it's pretty awesome. I know now if I look for a yoga teacher, who I gonna look for too. Right, thank you. So we have one more person from Myanmar, Mr. Woodji.
Hi.
Where are you? Okay, are you ready?
Yep. Hi, everyone.
Okay.
My name is Wee Jivya. I'm from Myanmar. I'm a founder and managing director of Mother Earth Tourism Specialist Myanmar, and also a research trainer for Luxembourg Development Cooperation Agency, like an INGO. So, next slide.
Feel free to carry on because
Okay, okay, I graduated from the New Zealand, like Lincoln University in New Zealand in 2019 for the Master of Tourism Management and as a scholarship awardee. And let me go on. So after returning back from New Zealand, I started working on the Mother Earth Tourism Specialist Myanmar. So So my company is all about to build capacity, resilient, and future ready for the tourism entrepreneur and the business leaders to lead and transform the better world. So I provide this training, workshops, and the networking services like the tourism specialist tribe, that is to connect the dots and also to empower each other. So we normally offer the services like the training by collaborating with Ministry of Hotels and Tourism and also other INGOs, and also regularly do the workshops by working together with the people from the Southeast Asia region like Cambodia, Thailand, Vietnam, and also the Nepal, who are also the tourism specialists and also empower to the young generation and the entrepreneur in the tourism industry. So due to the COVID hit, we also helping to the young entrepreneur at the moment. So I think from this program, we can learn from each other as a networking, inspiring and empowering each other for the tourism industry development. So thank you so much.
Wow, really awesome, really awesome. Thank you, Woody.
You know, Crayon, I think we should do a quick icebreaker because all our participants are used to traveling, and because of COVID for about 8 months, they haven't been able to go anywhere. So it'd be really nice to know what each one thinks. If once COVID is over, where do they want to go? What's the first place that they would like to go? Sounds good? So we'll go with the sequence of speakers and each one gets to answer in one sentence really. Once COVID is over, once the pandemic is over, where's the first place that you want to go?
Which note do you want to go first?
Okay. Maybe for me, actually, I have to go Japan after this pandemic.
Okay, we have Japan. Yep. Next, Belinda.
I'm sorry, I'm getting disconnected. What's the question? I'm sorry.
Once the pandemic is over, which is the first place you want to travel to?
I think
10 seconds. No time to think.
New Zealand.
Oh, there we go. New Zealand. Next. Mr.
Maybe when the pandemic ends, I will very love to go to Blibli in Australia because we send her product there so a lot, and we want to see how the customer will get our product there.
Nice. Next, we don't have Christian with us. Miss Huang Nguyen.
When the pandemic ends, I want to go to Thailand to join the workshop and to meet you guys very
awesome.
soon.
Always welcome. Next, Chin.
I hope that my new destination will be Australia, because I heard that the agriculture situation very developed in Australia. So I want to know more about that.
Misty?
And yo. Besides Thailand, I love to go Germany. One workshop delay after COVID and one in Holland, yeah, as well.
Nice trip in Europe. It'll be snowing probably. Miss Wood?
I want to go to Turkey to see the chimney. So.
Oh my God! Wow, exciting, right?
How about you, Kwan?
Oh, you know, I didn't want to go to Israel, but actually, this year I had a plan to go to Israel, but you know, the COVID, you know, broke out, and now I couldn't do it.
Yeah. All right. And for me, my trip is to Australia. So there are quite a few Australians here. So if you go to Adelaide or Darwin, please feel free to reach out. So yeah. Great. Now that the icebreaker is over, we sort of know each other a little bit. Just a quick question. Do we have the master of time with us? No.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Are we supposed to do the Jamboard session before 5:10 or after 5:10?
5:20, we extended.
All right. So Kwan, are you happy to put up the Jamboard and share the screen?
Okay. Have you all ever heard about Jamboard before? Have you ever worked with Jamboard before? So now I will share the screen with you to guide you guys a little bit about how to use Jamboard. So wait for a second. Okay.
So Jamboard is a really cool software, I guess, and it's very easy to use. It's supposed to bring the real life post-it experience virtual.
Okay. Do you all see my Jamboard right now on the screen?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay,
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
did you see? Do
Already.
you all see it? Okay. So it's pretty easy. When you look at the chamber, so it's actually a ball. So you can add on only information on it. So in order to add information on it, you had to move your, your mouse, to the sticky note, on the left side of your screen. So you click on it. And when you click on it, they will pop up a small box. So inside, you can type your information into it. For example, hello world, right? So nice to meet you all, right? And you say it.
Pause you for 1 second.
Yeah.
I can't use it, so I'm guessing the other participants can't use it. Maybe you have to click the share button on the top right.
Okay. Okay.
You got a new link.
Do you see the link on the chat box? Click on that link, and then you can access to Jamboard directly. Okay. Okay. Do all of you access to it already?
So what we would like you to do is click on that link and then put a post-it sticker and write whatever you want on it for fun.
Yeah. Random thoughts. Yeah. Can you try to create a sticker on Jamboard right now?
What kinds of things that we have to write?
Whatever you like.
Whatever you like. Say hello or what a wonderful day, for example, right? Kind of. Okay.
So while you're having fun learning how to use Jamboard, at the same time, I would also like each and every one of you to reflect on 2 words. That is sustainable agriculture. What it means to you, what your experiences have been, and what you really think of it. And just to give you a bit of insight, the goal for the next 10 minutes or so is to capture your experiences on this Jamboard, all right? Capture your real life experiences on this Jamboard, and then learn from it and share it with the main group. So be prepared that at the end of this 10-15-minute session, one of you will be requested to volunteer to present our learnings from the Jamboard to the main group. So right now, take your time, play around with it. I'll give you about 2 minutes because everything is on a time schedule here. Just think what sustainable agriculture means to you. And in the process, if you want to put any post-its there, please feel free to go ahead. Any questions? Please use the chat box or
I want to make sure. Okay, Akshay, I want to make sure that all. Do you guys know how to create the note on Jamboard right now? Okay, go ahead. Yeah. Okay, and
So it's really nice to see the three broad areas that are coming out from each of your sharings. Is that there's one group of positivity where it's about passion, about Mother Nature, about being positive in the pandemic. Yes, that comes under at an individual level where you self-motivate yourselves, where you inspire your colleagues around you. And then we have the next grouping, which is about an attempt for sustainable agriculture, sustainable farming, but we haven't got into the details. Could the person who put up symbiosis please share your thoughts on what was the thinking behind that?
Oh, the concept of symbiosis is like for the sustainable agriculture that we have to grow together between the nature and also the consumer, so that we all growing together and also having a positive impact together for the planet and also for the society. And so I feel like, and also like from the terms side of the profit, is also provide or something bring positive impacts for the supplier. So symbiosis is kind of the growing together and the kind of balancing between these triple bottom lines. Yeah.
Thanks for that. And that's a very interesting point, because each of us having our own farms, being in the farming industry, and also we have a friend who is in public health, the real essence of what we do is really for people. You know, our consumers are our benefactors, and it's all about taking everyone along. Mm-hmm. And yes, there's a very interesting point on transparent process from farm to fork. Could the person who put that up please share your thoughts on that one?
Hi, I think the term from farm to fork is very popular right now. And actually, I think about it specifically in Vietnam, because like in my hometown, from farm to fork, there's a lot of complicated and unreal process that is create the difference in the cost input and output, and maybe it creates a very negative impact on even like the land using and how can I say the food security in food security at in their products, at the product. That's what I think.
And achieving this transparent process, are you pointing towards using data collection and apps? Or
yeah, that's right. That's right. Like we have to know the process, the time, the schedule, the planning the trees or the vegetables. Then we can clearly know that is good for health, or yeah, that's what I think.
Great.
Yeah. Oh, great. I want to hear what Tom talks, who wrote the notes, Mother Earth and Human Future. So I want to hear your grand vision about it. So who wrote it? Can you speak out?
Hello, it's me.
Yeah.
I think because sustainable agriculture is about Mother Earth and human future. It's because it's so really a basic, you know, because when the future generation will, the population will really grow up rapidly, and the Mother Earth, it's not growing up, you know. That's a challenging to feeding people, is to also keeping the source of the food, or that it's the earth still can be sustainably, because you know, it's look like moving to another planet still a long time from now, but we can't delay our food. But Mother Earth, it's the only way we can get the food from, and it still needs to be sustainable all the time.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah.
Another one of interest is the without compromising future needs in farming. Could that person share what they define, or what their concept of future needs in farming is, and without compromising? So in what way are we actually compromising those needs today?
I think about the futuristic food is we imagining something that too sophisticated, you know, and we also in excuse to let the environment dying, something like people producing like what do we call it, a fake food, but a fake meat, like a fake something, everything just like a astronaut food. That's some people are producing it, but their interest only in making another stream of business. It's not really what human need. We are, I believe, food that already given to human from also like a centuries, and that's the best evolution of food, and we need to keep our natural source of energy from our body, that from food.
Can I have
It's
a
not.
follow-up question here, which might be interesting to the group too? Fake food is an issue and it's quite rampant across Southeast Asia. But when you talk about meat, there's also this new industry, niche industry of plant-based food that is growing very fast for vegans and fake meat and all that. What is your take on this plant-based industry? Do you see it as fake meat, or do you see it as a potential industry where there's growth, and is it sustainable? Yep, Newman, any
Oh, I thought you asked to the group, and I thought that meat is just like more like a moral of making a fake meat. It's just the movement more to a business and moral. What do we call wisdom? You know, in another perspective is like let's see that human eat chicken so much, and chicken never be a what do we call it, gone from the earth, because we kept that, you know, and nobody eat tiger, and tiger is disappear from the from the earth. That's about supply and demand. When
That's
we
a
need
very
something, we will
interesting
keep that. If one day people not eat meat at all, maybe there's no other animal than human. It's something that can we see in another perspective. But for business, it's really good. But for sustainability, I mean, it can be so much cheaper in the future, because technology is something will be so cheap in future. I mean, technology will grow so fast, but to making the real thing will be so expensive in future, that if we follow that many technology what do we call company now, they're making something like a virtual reality thing will be so exist. Maybe virtual food maybe also exist. I mean, saying virtual food may be something that made from something cheap will be taste to be something that really really good, you know.
Sure. Thanks for sharing those thoughts. And I think the last interesting point is balancing the economics and environment. I'm sure like we're all here to do business, to make money, to look after our families, and doing sustainable farming, if the economics does not work, there is no future in that. So the person who put up balance the economics, could you please come and share your thoughts with the entire group?
It's me. Okay, because I'm the student who major in the economics, so I really prioritize this. It means that because we are the student of economics, we are taught to maximize the profits in the enterprise without caring too much about the environment or something. But I think in the future, we have to pay attention to balance between the economics and the environment. We not only protect ourselves, but we also protect our ecosystem or the surrounding environment. That's the way to promote that's the way to make our business to grow better in the future, not only to just focus on the business only.
Great. So having heard each and everyone's opinions here, we are hopeful that you have also got to know what each other's expertise are and what their businesses are about in a nutshell as an overview. We have a couple of minutes more to go before we go back to the main group session. So I would like to take our discussion one step forward. As 10 young futurepreneurs, as 12 young futurepreneurs who are in the farming business and in the people empowerment or sustainable business, we have a rich set of experiences behind us. But what are your expectations from this group in terms of 10 of us coming together to collaborate on something And this is an open-ended question. There's no scope in terms of the question. What are your thoughts or your expectations on how we can have good collaboration amongst us as a group? Please use the Jamboard and feel free to put your ideas on there.
We will have more 10 minutes in our breakout session. So, we will have more time to discuss. So everybody feel free to add your opinion and your idea on the Jamboard. So we can discuss around that.
We have 10 more minutes, right? So I just want to say something
we had 10 more minutes.
Okay, I just want to say something about the agricultural sustainability topic. That's okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I type farmer and consumer. So the two main important actors we should focus is farmer and consumer. Yeah, but in Vietnam and in developing country, we all try to focus on the farmer side, not the consumer side. So just like the way we approach, just like supply chains, just we produce and then we try to sell our product. Yeah, the policy also try to support the farmer via the high technology of like vacation or something like farmer side only. But you know, that's just like a trap. If you follow and then you produce a lot of agricultural product and then you cannot sell, so you just like, yeah, just a trap for all of us. So the way that we should focus in the future is just like that, like we convince the policymaker as well as other people, just like focus on more on the supply, on the consumer side. Just like the consumer, they're willing to pay for the eco-friendly products or for the best management practices of the farm, like the way we connect them to the farmer and try to convince the farmer to adopt the more eco-friendly, and then we willing to pay for them. So just like we can encourage them to produce at the best management practices at their farm, and we guarantee to buy their products, and we try to convince their, just like Vietnamese farmer, they just like they do not want to follow some guidelines, something like that. If we are consumer, try to translate and convince them and can buy. So that the way just like think of, we should focus more on the consumer side, as well as the, for example, for plant-based food preferences. Children, if they be educated about the plant food and anything like that, so they can, their behavior, their preference, their food preference can be trans more like the plant-based products instead of meat from the very young, yeah, just like children, something like that. Yeah, that's my idea.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jill. I strongly believe that if we want to have a sustainable agriculture, you have to put the farmer in the center of that process, and you need to start everything from the grassroots. And that's the reason why farmer is so important in in the value chain. And they deserve to have more respect, deserve to have a better salary, deserve to have a better life. So that exactly that sustainable agriculture is all about.
Definitely. So let's have a quick break over here for just 1 minute. And by break, I mean, you still are in this setting. And let us take, we have about, let's see.
We still have time. Yeah.
We need to find one person, not find, rather, we would like one person to raise the hand or volunteer for the group who will be presenting what you have discussed once we go back to the main group. So could we decide now who would like to put themselves up? But what would be a good way to do about it? Would you like to have the first name that goes in the chat box, that person goes up, or would you like to put a couple of names out there, raise your hand and say why you want to do it, and then go out there? How many people would like to do how many people would like to give that overview in the main group? Any raise of hands, please? Like physical raise of hands? No one?
So Diệu, do you want to speak out? Yeah, I think you're a good speaker. You had a good energy.
I'm
Yeah,
not
please.
ready. I'm not confident for that. I'm not ready for that.
Okay.
Aha, we have a
How,
challenge in our hands, and this is interesting.
how about you? Would you?
I'm
Yeah.
afraid to. I'm not too sure for some of the perspectives because some people have a very professional in the agriculture. So I'm a little bit afraid of changing the perspective or concept for some of the points. But it's fine to present, but I'm not too sure for some of the perspective like a farm to fork or something like that. So those concepts, I don't want to be misunderstanding.
All right, I have a suggestion. Because we are all friends here, each and everyone has to put a name in the chat box. And the name with the most votes or most comes up most often, they get automatically selected. That sounds good. In 10 seconds, I'll do a countdown like 10. I'll do, okay, from 5 to 1. And after I say 1, each of you must go and put a name of who you would like to represent your group in the main group. Everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Thumbs up reaction, please. All right. So, Kiran, if you can help me with the count. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Boom. Great. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've got 7 names in there. Since they're all a very friendly group, we all know who has put our names out there. So say thank you to that person. Wood is 1, 2, 3. We have 3 votes for Wood.
Oh, we had King as well. How many King? 1, 2 times.
We have 2 for Newman. Belinda, we've got 1. And Chin, we have got 2. Right.
And
so because it's now just to give you a brief overview, when you go to the main group to share your learnings, it's going to be like the Robin master session round. You get basically 45 seconds to share what it is you want to share that we discussed here. And a good suggestion would be share something that would add value to the main group in terms of what you have learned here and what you are keen on working on going forward. So I guess, Kwan, we have a unanimous, it's not a unanimous vote actually. Should we choose Wood or should we do a second round of voting with the top 3? Wood, Newman, and Chin. Shall we do a second round or should we go with Wood? What's your suggestion?
That's why I will do that.
okay, we found one.
Thank you.
Okay, just summarize and sharing what we have learned, right?
Yeah, pretty much that. Okay. And link it to, yeah, there's no, it's an open-ended question. Just share what you learned here and what you would like to work on going forward.
Yeah, so, I'm a little bit familiar with the agriculture because I did a research paper for the food tourism, so adapting with the agri-tourism. So I think I can make something.
And a friendly point to add to that is try and capture everyone's experiences as well as you can, because 45 seconds is a very short amount of time and there's a lot that we discussed. So try and make it universal. But yeah, great job, guys. And we still have some time. So let's go on with our discussion. Back to the Jamboard. And Wood, good luck when you present. Team's hopes are on you.
Hopefully.
And our team is called Group 5 Sustainable Agriculture. Right, so back to the Jamboard, guys. And we got, coming back to the second part of what we were discussing, to share your expectations and ideas on how we can collaborate as a group. We have got 3 very interesting points here. Let's start with the person who wrote, spreading a good product to the world. Share your thoughts on that.
Hello. In my opinion, when I come out with that idea, I thought that agriculture is mostly a product based service, you know, and I think to spreading our and we come from many different region in Southeast Asia, and it's very roughly we can give our best product to the uh, other place because maybe we limited from of the
Great. So it's
resource
about
of the
taking what we are
and we
doing
send it.
and building our market base. Sorry for
Yeah,
interrupting.
something like that.
I want to bring the second point also up. The empowering young tourism entrepreneurs to create innovative niche markets. You got about 30 seconds to share your thoughts on that. Empowering young tourism entrepreneurs. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Okay, you're probably preparing for the main group, so we won't distract you. You want to go for it? Just 30 seconds to share with the group what you mean by the creative, innovative niche market.
It is like adapting with the agriculture and some of the niche markets that we can adapt. For example, like in the Futurepreneur group, I found like a recycling group and also agriculture. Some are doing in the food industry. So a tourism industry is kind of linking with loss of supply chain. So by adapting those kind of niche market in the tourism industry, we can create more innovative market and offer into the international market. So I feel like we need to promote and encourage and empower to the young tourism entrepreneur to think outside of the box and adapt with the different sectors to create the creative niche market. Yeah.
Cool. So just to summarize, I guess we had a very interesting, yes, please.
I think time out. We will go to the main hall right now.
Cool. The main hall is going to start now. So guys, in the main hall, good luck, Wood, and thank you for the really nice share of your learnings and experiences. Until next time.
Thank everybody for joining this session. Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. Can you all hear me? Wait, let me see. Yes. Welcome back. It's been super intense working all through the Pechakucha and working on the Google Jamboard. I am very pumped. I feel like every second passed through very, very fast, and I believe you all feel the same. I hope you've learned, you know, a few things from your friend's presentation and the brainstorming sessions in towards the end of the separate sessions. If you learned something, give me a thumb up. Thumbs up, sorry, wrong word. Cool. All right, I think we'll have someone from the IT team will be sharing the screen for us. If not, I can be the one who share it here as well. We'll wait a little and see. Nice, we're coming towards the end and I cannot wait to see what you guys discussed in the past 20 minutes. It's been through.
Patra, you want me to share the Jamboard or?
Yes, please. Can you do that?
You want the screen? You want the screen?
The screen, yes, of
okay,
one.
I will do it.
Right. And like I said to all the coaches, I hope that you find your volunteer or not so volunteered and has to be the volunteer to present in this round. Group 1, who will be the presenter? Can I hear some noise?
Yay!
Yay, very colorful indeed. Okay, if you're ready, probably you can start. You have 45 seconds. Kun Aram will be proctor your time. If you're ready, Ria, your 45 seconds starts now. Don't forget to unmute.
Oh, sorry, it's Carmen for us for group 1. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Hi, yeah, good afternoon. For group one, we dealt with a couple of things that you will see in our Jamboard, but basically it's about the assessments that we are doing, both in the internal and the external. So what we see as helpful in our process or in our work as change makers is basically like looking into ourselves, looking at our passion project, really making it happen, emphasizing, and then at the same time also looking into our health from physical to mental health. And then upon achieving these, we are able to reach out or look at the external factors or external contributions that we can do, which is to really connect stakeholders, achieve our goals, and really create impact. So what is clear to us is that it is not just an individual thing, but also reaching out to the community, reaching out to the our own countries, and at the same time, hopefully making an impact in the region. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much. Round of applause for group one. Well done. Well done. Very comprehensive. I like the fact that you highlight it is very important to look internally and understand the external factors as well. I think that is the right way to start. Wow, very creative. Can we now move on to group two? Or seems like you have a lot of analysis going on. I like the graph. All right. Who's the representative of group two? Can you hear some noise?
That will be me.
Hi.
Right.
Zara.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We didn't have time to discuss, so they just threw me.
I guess that's the case for every group as well. But I believe in you. I believe in you. All right. So if you guys are ready, your 45 seconds starts now.
All right. So first we analyzed, because we are a group about inclusion and rights and translating that into economics, like how can we achieve economic prosperity? So to answer that, we have to look first at what issues we have. So the common issue that we have throughout Southeast Asia is one of it, which is poverty gap. And we all agree that one of the reasons why there's such a big poverty gap is because of the lack of access to education, information, and opportunities for the poor, for the ethnic groups, and for a lot of minorities that we have. Another issue that we've had is information, the asymmetry of information that we have, especially in the internet age, because people all over say whatever they want and they can get away with it, especially in the age of social media where we could just share whatever we want unverified. And that will also cause a lot of problems, especially for the uneducated. So to improve that, some of the solutions that we have come up with is to actually engage the communities. And one of the ways by which we can engage the communities is to actually raise awareness. So when we raise awareness, when we talk about these things, we can come up with sustainable solutions like the promotion of vocational and training and vocational education.
Thank you very much. I probably have to cut you there.
Sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry.
That's a very good overview. I especially like the framework. Round of applause, everyone, to group two. Very well done. I like the framework that you frame issues first, start with the issues, and then you go to solutions and opportunities. I think that is a very good example of growth mindset where you can see what's the issues around you and approach it in towards that direction. Very well done indeed. We're moving to group number 3. Can I hear some noise from the speaker?
Yes, I'll be presenting for group 3, education and health.
All Filipinas and Filipinos speaking. That is good. That is good. No problems. All right. If you're ready, off you go.
Okay, so before we strive for change or improvement, our group believes we need to understand the problem first, especially for health and education. These two fields are very complex and structurally present already. As such, understanding the problems and the root causes of these problems are more important now. That's where our first team comes in, specifically empathizing or putting ourselves into the context of the other. We live in a world wherein experience is the best teacher, and for us to learn more, we need more experiences. A path to know more experiences is to actively hear about the experiences of others. So our next team is using collaboration from different fields and perspectives to creating ideas. Building a network and sustaining a healthy culture of that network will be key. For this to happen, our group believes that constant and clear communication, powered with the passion and commitment of individuals, will be the main driver. We are all leaders in our way, and we need one another to improve our outputs and outcomes, but we also need each other to allow ourselves to share even more without getting burnt out.
Thank you very much. Good timing. Round of applause, everyone, to group number 3. Very colorful and well-organized dashboard indeed. I like how you highlight empathizing. I think that is how we need to understand the circumstances and context of each and every one of our human friends, and assessing resources is a very crucial step as well. Very well done. We're moving on to team number 4, my favorite, because it's the one I was in. Can we hear some noise from the presenter?
Hi, breaking the
Right.
trend. I'm the first non-Filipino speaking.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Good start.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Off
So
you go,
group 4 is the environment group, and the objective of our discussion was to explore opportunities in building environmental entrepreneurship together. So what we had in our discussion is this offer and explore model. We are seeing how, based on all the people in our room, what can we offer? And all of us, given our different backgrounds, given our different experiences, we want to connect the dots here and leverage on everyone's strengths and to see what we can offer. And then explore is in, looking at what we are interested in exploring further, and then building on the strengths that we had previously identified. How can we explore and go a bit further in leveraging these networks and know how to explore environmental solutions in Southeast Asia. Thanks.
All right, perfect timing. Round of applause for group number 4. Right, very good. I cannot say much because it's my group, the best perhaps. We're moving on to group number 5.
Okay, so we have learned from that group called Sustainable Agriculture, so that we discuss about sustainable agriculture is like a concept is based on the triple bottom line, like the people, planet, and profit. That is like a bringing those triple bottom line without compromising the negative impacts, and then bringing the positive benefits for the Mother Earth and also for the future generation. It is kind of the symbiosis, because growing together and the balancing between the benefits of environment, society, and also the business profit. So regarding the sustainable supply chain for the agriculture sector, it is like bringing the funk to fork approach, that is for the transparency data for the consumers to have more cleanliness and also to get more healthy food for the consumers to have a more positive life, have a more positive impact for the society, and also bringing the suppliers to get more economic returns without compromising the negative impacts for the environment. So that's we have learned from that group.
Thank you, perfect timing. Round of applause for group number 5. I like the focus that you brought up. When we talked about sustainability, most people think about planet, but group number 5 has highlighted successfully that we need to think to be including people, planet, and prosperity, as sustainability is an intertwined, interdisciplinary as well. Very well done. And there you go. We have all 5 group presenters. Can we have another big round of applause for each and every one of our efforts? Well done. I can see a big smile on your coach's face, that you have not disappointed them and you've made us very proud. One final comment before I pass the floor to Kunsunisa, that don't forget to share this great experience of yours through our hashtag of YCV Futurepreneur. The hashtag will be sent again in the chat box to remind you. I think that is all from the Pechakucha and brainstorming session. We have a very fruitful discussion and many more to come. I will now pass the floor back to Kunsunisa for concluding and evaluation. Kunsunisa, please have the floor.
Thank you, Pachara, for making our session so enjoyable. And thank you, entrepreneurs, for your active storytelling, in your exciting journey. And thank you, 11 coaches and all the facilitators from Kinan for your extra efforts in keeping our vision fit and firm along the road. And I would say that this is a good warming session and towards making, amplifying a change in our region together. And I can't wait for our next webinar session in this November. And I would say that the good partnership is one of the key factors that not only helps making an impact, but amplifying it as well. And there's no right or wrong answer in how to enhance the healthy connections with your partners, with your stakeholders, or even donors. And creating a connection is an art. And the only way to enhance it is through practicing only. And as there is a proverb saying that Rome wasn't built in a day. So I think everyone agree with me, right? And so what's the next step? The next step is our next virtual networking session will be carried out again in mid-November. So it's almost 2 months from now. And then now we're gonna hand over the floor to one of our Y City alumni who is working for revolutionizing the concept of donating. She's been growing through strong partnerships with business speakers, with the social organizations towards the goal of equality. So keep watching our Facebook private group because we're going to share some exciting information soon. And should you have anything related to social enterprise to update, such as like funding opportunities, upcoming trends on your movement in social enterprise, just feel free to do so in the Facebook closed group. And the program is fully funded by the U.S. Department of State and organized by Kinan Foundation Asia. Whether it's entrepreneur, a small business owner, a teacher, or a student, or a community leader, we conduct engaging activities to train, to coach, and equip them so that they can, achieve their dreams. And you may follow our blog, this blog you see in the slide, to read more on the inspiring news, inspiring stories, how we're gonna empowering people to achieve their dreams. Yeah. And before we leave, I think, shall we take a photo together? Yeah. So everyone ready? Okay, put the thumbs up if you're ready. Okay, so our team gonna take a photo. Okay, 1, 2, 3, cheese. Okay, done. Thank you very much, everyone. And yeah, okay, this is a QR code to our survey. I would say that please take a moment to fill out our survey because your experience is very important to us and would be considered carefully as part of a planning process for our next session. And after you're done with the survey, just feel free to leave. And thank you for your active participation along this session. And see you in mid-November. Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Have a good Sunday.
See you next time.
Thank you. See you.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, next time too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Please do the satisfaction survey before you leave. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Or you can click the link in the chat box to access the satisfaction survey.